Hi everyone, I'm Allie and welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of my garage cleanout video, which is going to be turned into a series because I don't want to do many spoilers, but the garage ain't done, you guys. I've got a long ways to go to get it completely done. So if you are new here or you didn't see last week's video, here is a rundown of what you missed. I started with a completely filled garage, 3 stalls full of garage sale stuff, items from my office cleanout. You can check out those videos in my organizing playlist, and a whole winter's mishmash of everything thrown into the center of the garage. I also gave you a rundown of leaving my MLM Tupperware, and I thought I'd give a little bit more reasoning as to why I left 12 years of Tupperware, but I wanted to just show you again, quick rundown of where we were at. Basically, I set up an entire inventory blowout sale, which was the full 2-stall side of the garage, full of tables, full of Tupperware, for an inventory liquidation sale. But I first had to get the garage, cleared out so I could set up the sale. Then as the sale went on, I went in that back 3rd stall right back here, which was full of Tupperware, boxes all over the place, and basically went box by box and kept pulling items out for the entire sale. The sale went 2 different weeks in the summer and went about 10 to 12 days of actual sale days. Now that you are caught up, I held the sale and then had to get everything put away. This was a day I was counting down to. I was so excited to put Tupperware away for the winter, and I let people know this is getting boxed up and I don't plan on opening any of these bins until next summer when I reopen the sale. And I basically stuck to it. I've had to go for a few items people really needed, but I really stuck to the fact that I didn't go searching in bins, and I'm gonna be really, really honest. I was so exhausted by this day of doing the sale for so long, and it's really a lot of physical work to move all this stuff around. And you're gonna see in a little bit how much stuff I really moved around. I was exhausted. I don't remember where anything is. I could not tell you, and I tried to label things with some masking tape and a marker, but for the most part, I could not tell you what is in any of the bins or exactly where anything is without some of the labels that I have. So I told people, what XYZ day, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day it was, that is the last day, and I am literally going to be shutting the garage and putting everything away. And wouldn't you know it, I did have somebody call and say, hey, I'm just going to stop by your sale tomorrow to see what you have left. And I looked at the garage and there's 1 table left. And I was like, no, I'm really sorry. I wish I knew you still wanted to shop, but everything's gone. So I did do some individual pulling as I was, she sent me a list of what she was looking for, and I pulled things that I could find for her as I put stuff away. But for the most part, what I tried to do to get everything put back was just to clear as much of this space as possible. A lot of those boxes were half full, from me pulling from them throughout the whole sale. So there would be just a few items left in a box. Some of the boxes were completely full. It just kind of depended. But I basically went through each and every single bin and box at least once or twice throughout the sale, pulling additional items as items sold. So I really, really, really focused on trying to unload everything. So I wanted to show, so that kind of went a little quick, but off to the left, those were all empty boxes and full box. I'm not going to say those were all empty. They might have been full. I pulled out everything so I could just get as many bins filled with the product that was remaining on my tables. Again, my goal was to get rid of the cardboard boxes. You'll have to watch last week's video to see why I don't want cardboard boxes, but there is a clip around between 15 and 17 minutes that will give you probably a good idea of why I don't want cardboard boxes. And I really wanted everything in bins as much as possible. So I worked on transferring everything into these bins. Now these bins I invested in the summer or 2 summers prior, so right before COVID, that summer, I invested in all those gray bins. They're huge. A person could lay in there, not necessarily comfortably, but a person could easily lay in those bins. They are so big. And I invested in those bins because I was trying again to get as much of the cardboard out as possible. Each bin was about $25, and you're gonna see how many bins I actually have. So here I'm just taking down everything that was available during the sale. I try to keep items with like items when I put them away in boxes. As I was taking down that sale, I had the intention of having a garage sale, so I was moving some stuff for the garage sale out to the tables. You're gonna see by the end of this video, I was exhausted, and then put off the garage sale for a week, put off the garage sale for another week, and then I just called, my mom was gonna do the garage sale with me. I called her and said, can you want to just put it off till next summer? Because I just can't get myself motivated to be out in that garage and set up this sale again. Or not a Tupperware sale, but the garage sale. And she was totally fine with it. So we put off the garage sale until this spring. So that's where I said this, I think I said it. This is turning into a series of the garage cleanout because it just isn't going to be done in a few videos. So with that being said, I thought I would just give a little bit more detail as to why I want this product gone so badly. I actually was talking to a friend of mine and just kind of, catching up on life and everything. And when I told her I was, doing the inventory blowout, one of the phrases I said is, I made the decision to leave Tupperware, and now I really need Tupperware out of my life. And those of you that have been in an MLM, and no matter what experience you had with them, if you ended up with this kind of inventory, it's a heavy burden. And if you've had that experience, or a completely different experience, I would comment below. Tell me about your experience leaving your MLM. As I said in my last video, I know I'm on an extreme end of having a lot of product. I also know that in the industry of direct sales that I was in, a lot of people have a lot of product. I did a lot of vendor fairs with a lot of different people from different companies. I grew a lot of friendships, and I knew they had a lot of product too. Some of theirs may not have been as big and bulky as Tupperware was or is. I mean, not everything is big and bulky, but you think of those, a 52 cup bowl, it takes up a lot of space, right? So not everybody had big bulky items like I had, but I know they had a lot of quantity of items very similar to what I have. So if you left that direct sales business and you felt, if you understand what I'm saying when I said it's just a heavy burden to have, give me a comment below. Tell me either you had the same experience or maybe you had a completely different experience, and I want to hear that too because it's just, for me, it's really heavy. We are in March right now, and I'm so excited to get this sale going again because, again, I'll repeat what I said to my good friend and old roommate. I need it out of my life. I want it gone. And it's something I never thought I would say or feel, because I was very invested in Tupperware, in the company, in the brand, everything. And as much as I like their products, I've moved on, and I've gotten to a different place in my life, and I just need it gone. So tell me about your experience in the comments. Sorry, I kind of divulged there. So if you just watched that, the tape on the bottom of that box completely gave out, and that whole box just completely fell apart. And that's what was happening to these boxes. The tape wasn't designed to be a storage container. The purpose of them is just for shipping. And that tape just totally gave way. So I had to find some other places for that product. Now I have these smaller bins that are lining that back wall with the windows, so it's kind of a side wall of the garage. And then the back wall is completely full right now. So the wall that I'm stacking in front of, so it's the blue and silver bins and the boxes. Those are all very, very large bins and boxes. And that wall is filled. Every single box and bin is completely filled to the top. And it is 7 bins across, 5 bins high. That is 35. Those of you that are my math geniuses, today happens to be Pi Day, so I feel like I'm a math whiz, just by virtue of the day. That is 35 big bins completely filled with Tupperware. And if you see, I'm now making piles stacks in front of that are also 4 to 5 bins, boxes high. And then there is 2 industrial size shelving units filled with Tupperware. There is still a lot of product left. I have high hopes that I will be able to liquidate all of that product this summer. Do I really logistically think it's going to happen? I don't. And I think that's where I get back into it's a heavy burden, because I feel like it's a part of, I was able to walk away, but I can't get rid of it. And it reminds me of how many events I would do where people would come up to me. I had a gentleman come up to me and he said, my wife sold for years and she passed away, and I still have about 5 big boxes. Are you interested in buying them? And he had told me she sold back in the 80s, and I was like, I really don't want 80s. I can't move the product I have. I don't want 80s product, though there is a huge market for vintage Tupperware, I will say. Anyway, I digress there. So this table is where I had stuff set up, where I was setting up for the garage sale. You could see I had some items out, and then decided, nope. Today is, I'm posting this on Pi Day, so March 14th. This weekend I went out and took pictures to show you where we are at today. This is how everything is just a few days ago. I recorded this. Again, you see this wall completely filled with Tupperware. That's my 35 bins filling the back wall. The product in front of it, to give you an idea, it is taller than me. A lot of things are taller than me at 5'3", but it is taller than me. And then there's piles in front of it. And again, I tried not to dig through bins, but I did a couple times. So you can see a few boxes are moved around from the winter, but I didn't do a whole lot. All of this is Tupperware. And this is where I will be starting this spring. So as much as I wanted, huge difference. I know the difference. I know how much stuff I got rid of, and it's such a huge accomplishment, but it does not look like I made a huge dent. And it's a little overwhelming watching back the footage. That's all garage sale stuff from, toys now, things like that. So this spring, I will be starting with a garage sale. Whatever doesn't sell in the garage sale, I will be donating, so that all of that stuff will be out of the garage and I have more space to work. Then I'll be setting up the Tupperware sale. So those of you that have shopped my sale, those that are local and watched my channel, watch for my sale coming in May. I'm going to have lots of great deals on some great, we all know Tupperware is a great product. I'll have lots of deals. So make sure you follow me on, I'm going to document it here and on Facebook. So make sure you follow me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to send you off with some before and afters. And, I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate all the kind words people sent my way as they learned of my liquidation and leaving, something I was passionate about for a long time. It was an emotional thing to do, and people have been really, really supportive, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because we're so close to 1,000 subscribers, which is just such a big number, you guys. Thank you so much for all of you that support this channel, that support me. This has been really therapeutic for me to kind of share this and kind of share what this journey has been. I always shared all the positives of when I was in Tupperware, and being able to share this has made leaving Tupperware which was, again, it was a hard thing for me to do. It's made it pretty therapeutic to be able to share all of this with you and all the support you have sent my way. So thanks so much, and I will see you next week with another video. Take care.